on YouTube. Hurry up. Hurry up, hold on. All right, we're about to stream. Get over here. Ready? All right, peace and blessings, family. Peace and blessings. How are you? I know all is well. I'm Wunam, aka Nicky Love.
Brother Adinkra, how y'all doing tonight, fam?
Y'all miss us? Do y'all miss us? Because we got some news for y'all tonight. And I'm talking about seeing news, okay? First of all, hope y'all had a lovely weekend. Know y'all had a lovely weekend. Know all is well. Okay, we're streaming here on Facebook and we're streaming here on YouTube, okay? And we got a lot to talk about, family.
Yes, we do.
He got niggeritis, y'all. He got niggeritis. Look here. He has some baked macaroni and cheese, some cube steaks, some candy yams, some cornbread, some collard greens. You know what I mean? Chowing down, he got niggeritis, but guess what? I need y'all to phone so I can keep up with my Facebook.
Shit.
We're going to switch up today. You're going to keep up with Facebook. I'm going to keep up with YouTube. How about that? How about that? Anyway, family, Mark Allen, Gary, let me see. Is it Kavanaugh? Did I get it right? All right, y'all. You know what? First of all, I've been busy this weekend. I've been working on music. If y'all didn't check out my new song coming from my CD called The Rise of the Feminine, The Transformation. If y'all didn't check it out, go back and look at the video. We just did a video just so y'all could hear the song. We just really playing around, y'all, okay? But tonight, I got a lot to talk about because I don't like some shit I'm seeing, spiritually seeing, okay? On Facebook, YouTube. What?
I was just wondering what you were saying. What you was gonna say.
Let me see. What's up, Wunam and brother Adinkra? What's up?
What's up?
What's up? What's up? Okay. All right, so y'all, hold on. Wait. Let me get, because I got to keep up with my comments, y'all. Now, y'all know you can call in if y'all want to put your 2 cents in. 909-749-8626. 909. I'm going to put it in the Facebook, 749-8626, okay? So feel free to call in if you want to put your 2 cents in. But, you know, let me just say this, family. You know, the other morning I was up at 5 o'clock in the morning, right? So I get an inbox from somebody that's on my Facebook. I'm not going to mention no names, of a young Hispanic girl that's missing, okay? Now, pretty much I was on point as far as figuring out who she was with. So the person asked me for the address. I said, okay, I think I see this. I'm kind of cloudy because, you know, it's 5 o'clock in the morning. But what's crazy, family, is after that, I went to Spirit because it was a 14-year-old girl that was missing, okay? I went to Spirit, and pretty much I asked the Spirit to bring her back to her family. She had been missing for 3 days. Well, I get a message in my inbox saying that the young lady had been found, okay? But what made me angry is how dare you go to oh, thank you, Lord, and thank you, Jesus. Lord and Jesus didn't bring her back. If I wasn't up at 5 o'clock in the morning, okay, I just happened to be up, and I know that was a sign from the ancestors because I just happened to be up, and when they sent me the picture in the inbox, I'm looking at this girl, I'm like, oh, she's only 14 years old, she's missing. So I took time out for 30 minutes to kind of see where this young lady was at. And I kept seeing a Chevy, and I was right about that. I kept seeing that she was with a young man. I was right about that. And then when they asked me for the address, I was able to give some details on what I seen as the address. But what was crazy, after I got off, I went straight to Spirit, straight to Shrine, and said, please bring this little girl back to her grandmother. They found her, okay? She came back. But what's crazy about it is that they thank Jesus and the Lord. What y'all think about that shit right there? I just said, what? In my Scooby-Doo voice, what? What? You thinking who? You know what I mean? And it's not that I even want thanks for, because I would do it for anybody's child. I don't play when it comes to the kids. The point is, how dare you sit up there and thank you, your Lord and Jesus, when at 5 o'clock in the morning, I'm up looking for this little girl and going to my spirits to bring her back to you, when you should be thanking your ancestors and thanking me for being a messenger. And you thanking your Lord and your Jesus. God brought her back no damn good. If God brought her back when you was praying the first day, she would have been back. 3 days later, she still wasn't found. And then I get a message in my inbox. What does that tell you?
Maybe Jesus sent them to you. Sent them to you.
Yeah, right?
So maybe they was thanking Jesus for sending you.
They ain't thanking Jesus my ass. And Jesus' bones still ain't never been found yet. So Jesus ain't sent a goddamn thing to nobody. Because Jesus don't exist. How about that? Okay? Now, my first time being on here. Much love to you guys. Peace and blessings. Mia, how are you? Okay, now what we're going to do, family, is first of all, we got a few topics we want to talk about. And for those of you who are new, such as Mia, what we do is we call it spiritually seeing news, is because what we do is we go into the news, any type of news, whether it's entertainment, political, local, whatever kind of news. And what we do is we tap into our first eye, not your third eye, your first eye, and we see what we try to see what we can see. Okay? For those that don't know what by see is, I would say, you can call it what you want to call it, psychic or whatever. But we tap into our first eye and we spiritually see about the situation. Peace and blessings, my brother, wordplay. Okay? My cousin Sean just came on. Hey, Sean, I got jokes for Sabrina, right? I got jokes for Sabrina. We were supposed to do a conference today about Sabrina. The inside joke, y'all, my cousin Sabrina's a Christian, but Sabrina, I told her a long time ago, Sabrina got a gift like we got. Sabrina could see. Sabrina had been having some prophetic dreams. Spirit of ancestors been coming to my cousin, and they've been telling her things. And it's not funny, y'all. And Sean, Sabrina was like, you know what? It ain't funny at this point. She's starting to get anxiety. Well, cuz don't worry about it. You're not going to die. They're not coming to you because they're trying to pull you in their world. What I pretty much see, we what I pretty much see is that Sabrina is just being going through her transformation, and she's being alerted by the ancestors because she is a messenger. So they're sending my cousin messages through her dreams, okay? But I want to leave. I want to say that, you know, before we get deep into the topic. But let's start and tell them what we're gonna talk about. I gotta go pee real quick. God damn it, I gotta pee.
All right, tonight we got there's a story in I think it was Manchester. I don't know if it was in the UK or if it was in Boston. I don't know. I just it was a beekeeper that has thousands of bees. Somebody went on his bee farm and burnt all of his bees, committed arson, and they're really worried about, you know, hoping that they didn't kill the queen bee, because if the queen bee dies, all of the bees dies. All the bees dies. So so what do you think about that?
Well, if you hold that thought, y'all gotta run to the bathroom real quick. I gotta pee, but just let them know what topics we're gonna talk about real quick. Okay.
The second topic is we got a 12-year-old South African Caucasian kid that's a spiritual healer. He became the first spiritual healer in South Africa, and apparently none of the Africans, black or white, South Africans they don't have a problem with his skin color. So he's lining them up, healing them all, healing the African people. And you know, thought that was interesting. Like, my thought on that is, when are we gonna learn as black people, African people, people of color, when are we gonna learn? You know, that's what I'm wondering.
We ain't never gonna learn, goddammit. We ain't never gonna learn. We ain't never gonna learn until they take everything.
And to be a traditional seer, traditional healer, you got to give secrets and all of that. And we just always giving up our secrets for nothing.
Well, you know, there are people in South Africa that are white, okay, that were born and raised in South Africa. There's white South Africans, okay. That's a touchy topic, and I'm going to get into it after this. I want to talk about the bees.
The bees, all right.
I want to talk about the bees because whoever burnt them goddamn bees, okay? Whoever thought it was fun to mess with nature's child. The bees have a job and a duty on this earth, okay? The bees got a job to do, which is to pollinate the flowers and make honey. Honey is healing. These folks, whoever did this shit right here, they are going to pay. And they're going to die by the sting of the same bees, okay? Because I'm sure they didn't burn up all of them. But that queen, let me tell y'all what's going to happen. That queen bee that they didn't kill is coming after that person. And trust me, she going to find them. See, we sleep on nature, family. We have no respect for other species and other parts of, of other existence on this earth. You know what I mean? And what we got to understand is, just because they don't talk like us, don't mean that they don't think. Don't get it confused. See, we're so goddamn ignorant to the fact that we don't understand other types of species and beings. We don't know. How the hell do you know? Are you a bee? Do you know if a bee thinks? Do you know if a bee talks? They could talk, but not like you and I. They communicate differently. So at the end of the day, whoever burnt them bees up, you know what? They ought to be punished. They should be punished for that shit. They should be punished for it, but they're going to get punished because the same way that they did that bee, what they're gonna die by a bee. Watch when I tell you.
I see as a person that works up there. Has something to do with it. That's all I'm gonna say about that, because people can.
You have the whole story?
No, I don't have the whole story, but I read the article.
Okay. And what was the article about?
So they say somebody broke in and committed arson and burnt up all the bees, but they didn't lose all the bees.
All right, y'all. Whoever this person is was being vindictive and wanted revenge. Spiritually seeing, I'm going to say, I agree with you on that, Brother Dinkler. I see that it was somebody who wanted revenge. But why take it out on the poor goddamn bees? You know what I mean? That's not right. Why are you going to burn up all the bees? They know what the bees have to do on this earth. They know what the bees' jobs and duties are. Haven't they showed you on the goddamn Nature Channel enough? Without the bees, you ain't getting no goddamn honey. Okay? Mm-hmm. You know what? But that's a damn shame. They're going to pay for that. Y'all going to see. Watch. Okay? Now, if y'all want to call in and put your 2 cents in, call in at 909-749-8626. 909-749-8626. Call in and give us your opinions about what we're talking about. You're listening to me, Wunam, a.k.a. Nicky Love.
Brother Adinkra.
And we're seeing about news. Not talking, but seeing. Spiritually seeing what we can see, okay?
South African.
Yeah, let's talk about, now, family.
He read with bones, too.
That's okay. It's not hard for me to teach anybody. I read with bones. I know, just like me. But at the end of the day, this is in my blood. My mother's an African, okay? At the end of the day, it's in my blood. So what I'm saying is, it's a touchy subject because I'm going to tell y'all like this. Me personally, because the Caucasians have stole so much of our history and lied to us and told us it was mythology when it was our truth is what I still hold on to this day. So with saying that, when it comes to subjects like this, I'm very touchy about it. I don't initiate Caucasian people into Wunam Sacred Society, which is an African society, okay? And then you'll have the ones who'll get mad about it, but you can kiss my natural black ass, because at the end of the day, there's a lot of covens and stuff like that y'all do not allow black folks in. So don't get mad, for one. For two, if I do.
They allow one, usually. One good melanated.
Nah, sometimes they don't. It's bullshit. It's bullshit. If I do
they like that
get someone that comes to me and say they want to learn about African traditional healing, okay? I have to do a divination on them. That's when I pull out the bones, okay? Or I use my visions to see, okay? And if I use my visions to see, it is possible that some of these folks have lineages that trace back to Africa, because everybody in this country called America has some type of mixed blood, okay?
Can I ask you a question about that then?
Shoot.
If you divine on a Caucasian person and they do have African descent in their blood, what about if you see that they got it from their forefathers raping an African, can you still initiate them?
If they got what from their forefathers raping Africans?
They got the African blood. That's how they got it.
They ain't got nothing, honestly speaking, and as much as people don't want to hear this, they ain't got nothing to do with their forefathers.
Okay.
Think about it.
I'm just asking because I know everything is different when it comes to spiritual.
That's not to say that, it depends. Because just say a white person comes to you and they're attracted to traditions, African traditions, right? And then you do a divination and you find out that person's great-great-grandmother wasn't African. And they have a job and a duty. They're supposed to carry out the traditions, but they look white. Or they white. Because both of their parents is white, but one of the grandparents is, you see what I'm saying? You can't deny them for the simple fact that you got to understand, if it's in their blood, if it's in their lineage and they have to carry out the traditions and they don't, that's going to be taboo for that family, okay? However, you must divine on it first. You must do a divination on it first, okay? Because at the end of the day, At the end of the day, if they are not, or if it is not in their lineage, and this is not their gift or whatever, in their bloodline to carry out the African traditions, then you can't initiate them. And I'm not initiating them, and I don't care what they say and how they put it. Because at the end of the day, everybody wants to do this. When everybody is not called to do this. Everybody ain't called to heal. Everybody ain't called to see. So what you got to realize, if it's in the divination, when you do your divination, and you actually see, okay, well, your great-grandmother, especially maternal, was a traditional healer. One of you all got to carry that down. It's not a coincidence that you're attracted to the spiritual work, okay? So in a case like that, I would say you must divine in it first. But I don't know about this little boy in South Africa. Keith, what's his name? Kyle Todd.
Kyle Todd.
They said that he reads with bones. It's not hard to teach people to read with bones, for one. Let's get that right. Number two, they said he gets mounted by ancestral spirits. I don't know. I'm not there. Spiritually seeing now. I'm going to tell you all what I see. First, let me get a Brother Adinkra. What do you see with that?
Hey. What I see is it's a way to make money.
That's your spirit showing you?
That's what I see. It's a way to make money.
So what do you think white people want to think? Because see,
white people, they all in for it. They like it. I seen he had. They said, from what I gather, and when I was watching the interview and what I read was that nobody has. It's not an issue. His skin color is not an issue. He do have hundreds of people coming to him, black and white. So
So it's a possibility that this kid could really be, or it could be in his lineage that he's a traditional healer, right?
Yeah, it could be.
It could be a great possibility. But I'm going to tell you all what I see spiritually. Spiritually, what I see, family, is that, for one, children are open vessel for spirits. That's why it's important that you protect the babies, okay? So if he gets mounted by spirit, it's very possible that because he's an open vessel, children, that's why you got to be put the protection on the babies, put the protection on, okay? It could be that he has a gift, and I see that, and I have to study him a little bit more. I didn't even look at the video like that. I was a little disappointed. And I'm going to tell you why I was disappointed. I can only be honest, y'all. Y'all know I don't hold my tongue. Because, one of the things I have a problem with is everybody else that takes what we have and makes it their own.
Mm-hmm. And before you know, the Europeans have a history of stealing everything that we got. Because now I don't even want to accuse them of stealing because we give it to them.
How we give it to them?
We let them in hip hop, and before you know it, they run in hip hop. We let them in rock and roll. They run in rock and roll. All kind of stuff. Even back in Kemet when Christianity came out of Kemet and all of that, it was all black at first, and then now look at it.
Well, the truth of the matter about that is, you remember the Greeks went in and they tried to conquer, the Nubians, okay? And in ancient Kemet, Egypt, for you guys who don't know the original name, the Greeks came in and they called themselves trying to conquer and blow off the noses of and that's another story with the names involved and everything else, but do all that to try to take over because they were jealous. The problem I got is that I don't like the fact that you all try to take what we have. And I'm just telling it like it is. And then what you want to do is tell us our truth is mythology. And it's like, at the end, I don't have a problem with people, respecting what we do. But if you all ever notice, they always want to give the spiritual credit and the most powerful credit with spirituality to ancient China, to India. They never ever want to include Africa. Never. If you ever look up anything about spirituality, what is the oldest spiritual, spiritual practices, they go back to ancient China. Bullshit. They never want to give credit. So that's why I have a problem with that, because you know what? Now little bits and pieces are coming out about spirituality, ancient times, rituals, priestesses, and all this. Like I always say, voodoo started from the beginning of time. We are voodoo. Okay? I've been saying that for years. It just didn't start in West Africa and Benin. Voodoo started on the walls of ancient Kemet. If you look at the rituals and stuff they did then. And those were Nubian Africans too. Let's not forget it, because Egypt is in Africa. So what we have to understand, family, is that at the end of the day, the biggest problem I have with the Caucasians and everybody else, they don't want to give respect to African culture, African traditional ways, African spirituality. Now, if you all look at the video with the little boy, his name is Kyle Todd, they basically, different comments I've seen under there talking about, oh, he's a witch doctor. Kiss my natural black ass. I'm sick of y'all calling it witch doctors. First of all, let's get it right, okay? Say it the proper way. South Africa, they're Saint Gomez. Kiss my ass with that bullshit, because that's the first thing they want to do. Oh, witch doctor. And what they want to do is associate that energy with evilness. No, let's not make the mistake of understanding traditional medicine. Saint Gomez in Africa, in South Africa, that's what they call them, are no different than any other traditional healer. Okay? In Yoruba, in Akan, in Flutista, or whatever. Go ahead.
Why do you think they don't talk about African spirituality? My theory is because it's the oldest, and when you start getting into that, if you go to African spirituality, when they start getting into that, you start discovering everything is connected to that. Medicine, technology, history. So they can't really touch on African spirituality, because the deeper they go, the more people will realize that they stole and taken from us and didn't give us credit for it.
Oh, well, so be it. The ancient says that we will rise in the West, and we have risen. And y'all ain't seen nothing yet, okay? So Dante Vega says, okay, I need y'all to call in. I'm answering this question, but I can't be back and forth. I need y'all to get them phones to ringing. 909-749-8626. Get the phones to ringing, y'all. Dante Vega says, if it's so evil, then why were people living much longer, healthier lives back then? It's not even just a matter of, people living much longer lives. What it is understanding the traditional ways, being animism, basically in tune with nature, understanding that you're a part of nature, understanding that you have the ability to utilize nature and this earth and the cosmos to do what we say magical things, okay? You have spirits, you have gods, okay? And the thing about it is, what they have to understand is that it's more than, more than just witch doctor, witch doctor, witch doctor. You know what I'm saying? I wish you would call me a witch doctor. God damn it, I'll show you what a real witch doctor does. How about that? Because at the end of the day, I get tired of them doing that. Then you got Christians on there, you know what I mean? Talking about Catholicism. Oh, well, I'm a Roman Catholic. I'm a Catholic. Y'all the biggest goddamn demons in the world, so shut the hell up. So who are you to talk about a witch doctor when you a goddamn demon yourself? Let's not get it confused, okay? Because them gargoyles on top of the goddamn Catholic church and every goddamn demon I see and all that evil shit I see in the church, and you going to tell me, according to what they're saying, witch doctor? No. First of all, we're going to change that title. We're going to change it. What you got to say? Were any comments in there?
Sun, Moon, and Stars and Me says, I wonder why they never talk about African spirituality.
One of the things I really think is because they fear the shit out of it. They fear it, and they know, like you said, they know that it's connected to everything. Everything. You know what I mean? So I'm with you on that. At the end of the day, they're not, because they don't want people to know. And the truth in the matter is, they be running over to Africa like goddamn roaches, getting work done from traditional healers in every part of the continent in Africa. Any tribe they could find. There's over 3,000 tribes in Africa. Any tribe they can get a traditional healer, they're running their asses over. They don't want people to know the secrets, and that's what that's about. They don't want them to know the secret. I have to go in and do that. Okay, go ahead. We're taking callers. Okay, first caller.
What's your question? Hello?
Okay, hung up the phone.
You still there? I guess
They hung up. Caller that hung up, call back in if you got a comment or you want to put something down if you got a comment. Okay? If you got a comment, call in. All right? All right? Anyway, family. So, as I was saying, I'm again, I'm not going to say that child does not have a calling to do what he does. But I guess because he's in South Africa, they would consider him a Sangomba, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Now, let me see.
He says he want to learn more about African tradition.
I want to learn more about my African traditional healing. Isaiah Comey, you call me. You call me and we talked about it. Y'all, you know what you do? Let me tell y'all what's real, y'all. Let me explain something to y'all. Take yourselves outside. Talk to your ancestors, okay? And when I say go out and call upon the spirit of your ancestors and ask your ancestors to guide your path on the real traditional ways of African spirituality. And what's going to happen is the ancestors are going to send them left, right, back and forth, up and down. You're going to see. They're going to send them, okay? Now, we're saying that I suggest everybody go back home to Africa. Take a trip. Go visit. Learn about your culture, okay? Learn about the cultural ways. Learn about the traditional ways, okay? And you know what it is? Basically communing with your spirits or your gods or using traditional medicines coming from the plants and the herbs, making your medicines and making your soap. You know, nature provides everything that we need to sustain life, family. I'm going to say it again. Nature provides everything that we need to sustain life. Okay? And what happened is we lost respect for nature. We lost respect for nature. Look what they did to the bees. Okay? The bees got a purpose here. Everything has a purpose here. Any questions, family? Call in 909-749-8626 if you have any questions. Call in now. 909-749.
So they do the most research, and so they know a lot. I was reading a book, and it was about a pharmaceutical company that found the cure for AIDS and other viruses, and they found it in through crocodile blood because they studied the crocodile and they found the crocodile has peptides in his blood that kills off viruses and bacteria, like real deadly viruses and bacteria. And so they started testing it against the AIDS virus, and they realized that the peptides in the crocodile blood kills AIDS off. So they couldn't find something in nature to mimic that blood, so they just got rid of the research. But you can go out there and find crocodile peptides and stuff like that too to this day.
All right, family. Mia Brooks says you are right. They don't want us to connect and open our minds. They want to dumb us down and make it evil. Well, they can kiss my natural black ass because they cannot stop us from being who we are. And the problem is, the truth of the matter is, they don't want us to. But you know, they ain't got no goddamn power. They can kiss my natural black ass, like I said. Because when you know who you are, okay? When you know who you are, they can't do that to you. And see, what it is they bank on the fact that people, and see, that's another thing, y'all. We got to stop giving them goddamn power. First of all, they get no power. No more power. No more power. You get no more power. Okay? Because it's in our DNA. Okay? They think, you know, and I'm going to say some of them because they really do know who we are. They really do know, and they study us for very well. They've been studying us for many, many, many years. So they know who we are. They know we're not dumb. They try to play it down like, they think that we think we don't know. I know every goddamn thing they do. At the end of the day, I see right through the depths of their goddamn souls. You know what I mean? But see, one of the things we have to stop doing is making it seem like they got power over us when they don't.
That's because we give our power away. And
we got to stop giving our power away, okay?
We give it to Jesus and the Caucasian.
No, I'm saying it takes time to learn and research ourselves. People are too lazy to do that. They would rather go to a doctor to cure and to be told whatever, a preacher to tell them whatever, and follow what. Well, you know what it is. You know what it is, Dante. What it is. It's not pretty much they rather. You got weak souls out here, okay? And these people that are weaker are how can I put this? Prey. They're preyed upon, and you know what? By the predators we call preachers and people who think they know more are more superior, okay? So what happens is they prey on the weak souls, and they are able to get the weak souls to listen to what they say, what they do. They're able to get them to follow them. That's why you got followers, you know what I mean? And then again, they prey on people's weak souls, vulnerable souls that just don't know, they're lost, you know what I mean? And that's how they get them. That's how they get them. All right? Okay. All right, so.
Y'all scared to call in tonight? I see one person called and didn't say anything.
And you know, one thing you do bring up a good point, Dante, is that, excuse me, y'all, I'm tired. Lazy. We have become lazy, okay? We have become lazy. We do have a tendency of, wanting things given to us on a silver platter. But you got to remember, we live in a country called America where Americans are spoiled. It is what it is. Americans are spoiled. You know what I mean? You go over to Jamaica, you go over to the islands, and I've actually had the experience of actually living in like a village setting and taking a shower outside and eating the food that we actually caught. And, it was a beautiful thing to me, and I appreciate it. It was hot as hell though, y'all. But I appreciate it because it was an experience that you as an American wouldn't be able to appreciate because you are spoiled. You're used to having AC. It got too goddamn hot, you sit your ass under the damn trees and get shade. The actual trees let off a cool mist to keep you cool. A lot of people don't know that. Trees set off, first of all, many chemicals. They set off heat. They set off cool, okay? Most people think they're going to sit under the tree and they think it's a shade, but it's actually the actual mist of the coolness the tree is giving off. Okay, we got
spiritually seeing.
Yes, who's calling? Hello.
Hi, Nikki.
Hi.
This is April Nicole calling you from Virginia.
Hey, April Nicole.
Hey. I was just calling in because this week I start my new job this Thursday. And I just want to know, do you see a major transformation with me as far as, my finances? Because I know you told me before in the past that I was going through some financial burdens. So I just want to know, is this the beginning of my transition into greater coming year, or, you know, my love life? I mean, the things want to change for me finally.
You know, I'm gonna say this, April. This is the beginning. You're going to definitely see your path open up. But I'm going to tell you this, something with your mind. It's something that Spirit has shown me that you have to do, because you can also have a tendency to sort of block your blessings. You got what I'm saying? So there's some things you need to work on within your eternal soul. Okay. You gotta let go of the past. You gotta open yourself up to the future. There's a few things you need to change in reference to you. Okay. And when you do this, you're gonna see this year is going to be a brilliant year for you. Trust me.
Okay.
You're gonna be fine, but there's a mindset too that you have to let go of, that I see that you got to let go
of. Right.
Okay? And what is that? Okay. Tell me what it is.
I'm still battling over my dad passing away. The way that he died, it was I'm still not over the way that he died. So I'm still grieving. You know, and I'm still holding on to a lot of animosity towards family members, you know, as far as us burying him and so forth and stuff like that. There's certain things I got to learn how to let go and to stop being bitter about certain situations and just to let it go. But I think that's the only thing that's really burdening me right now is the loss of my father.
How long ago did your father transition?
2010.
Your father transitioned the same year my mother transitioned. 2010. It is now 2017. 18. And ain't nowhere in the world I could hold on to some energy that long. Because you know why? My mother's body was just that, a body, a temple. My mother still walks with me. She's sitting with me right now on this couch. And what you got to realize is that you have to let go. I don't know what happened in the situation, and I kind of got an idea, because one of the things, and we're going to have to do a whole show on this, every time one of ours died in a black family, I see so much chaos, and I don't understand why. I don't understand why is there so much chaos amongst black people when black people die. I see this more often than you know, not. So with saying that, you know, one of the things I know your father would want you to do is move on. There's no need of holding on to something you can't change, my sister. You got to let it go, okay? You got to let it go and realize that your father didn't go nowhere. He's still with you. His body ain't here. Whatever happened to him in that body, it was no longer conducive to him, his spirit. He had to let it go, okay?
And it's crazy because for like the past couple weeks, I kind of have been feeling him around me more than usual. You know, normally I can't feel him, but normally now I can actually feel his presence. I can kind of even smell him. His scent is around me. So I know that he's here and he wants me to move on and to prosper. But like you said, I just have to get that mindset of getting myself together first so that, you know, the door can open up for other blessings. But
that's right.
I just hope I see change this year.
Well, if you hope, then you ain't going to see it. Now, you're not familiar with my radio show. I did it for 10 years.
You don't use the word hope.
I don't use the word hope. You know, I will always say you know. Because first of all, as a black woman, you got power. Your breath and your ashe is power. So with saying that, my sister, you got to understand. If you hope, then guess what? You're going to go through this year struggling. If you know and you let go and you focus on where you want to go this year and what you want to see, this energy that we in now with this rise of the feminine energy is about to bring you what you want. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Don't let me find out. You got to get it right, because I need you to be blessed this year, because I need you to be playing my song in your car like you said in VA in the summertime.
I can't wait. All right. I love y'all, and y'all have a good night.
All right. Love you too, my sister. Thank you for calling in.
No problem. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye-bye. All right, family. We're taking calls. If you want to make a call, call up now. In reference to the topics we were talking about, how do you feel about a white Sangomba? Young boy, 12 years old in South Africa, became a Sangomba, reads with bones. A lot of people go to him for traditional work. He's 12 years old. Okay? The other topic is they're messing with nature. Let me tell y'all again, y'all better leave nature alone. And I'm gonna tell y'all like this. You know, we talk about global warming. They doing all kind of shit with that too. And they better stop that shit, because at the end of the day, nature is getting ready to fight back in the big way. Okay?
You know what? Remember that movie that happening, and we was watching that. We was watching that documentary last night about the plants giving off the chemical to attack their enemy. The same thing happened in the movie that happened, right? So, do you foresee something like that happening if they keep messing with nature like that?
You know what's interesting about it? Yes, it's very possible. As a matter of fact, there's a documentary on YouTube that you all need to watch in reference to how plants talk, okay? And certain plants do give off certain chemicals. And you know what? It's very possible that a situation like the happenings can happen if they continue to keep, messing with this Earth's atmosphere and the plants and all that they're doing, okay? I'm telling you, there's certain situations that are the plants and the trees can recognize. They've been here way before we have, okay? They are alive. They do talk. They do breathe, you understand? So I really think something like that could happen.
And another thing, do you think that's why they're re-engineering plants? To try to take that part out of the DNA, because I know in science they do the same thing to humans. They can cut out. Scientists claim they can cut out the gay gene and stuff like that, just like they can splice the DNA to make babies come out with certain color eyes, or one have the left eye be blue, the left red, the right eye be green. So do you think that's why they're doing that can they do that to the plants too? Or are they trying to cut
they
that
sure
gene
can.
out?
They sure can. Okay. Caller, your name? Say your name again, I'm sorry. Mia Brooks. What's your question, or did you call in to put your 2 cents in?
I have a question. How do you become more in tune with nature and hear it, listen to it, sense it, become more sensitive to it?
You know, one of the things is spending time in nature. You want to spend a lot of time in nature. You know, today it was a little bit warmer out, because it's kind of cold, but when it's warmer, I spend a lot of time outside with the trees. I mean, talking to the trees. Connecting yourself with the earth, barefooted, walking barefooted on the dirt, on the grass. You see, it's basically, being out in nature in order to get in tune with nature and to communicate with nature. It's funny because today I was showing my brother how I was talking to the tree, and Brother Adinkra seen it, and I told the tree to reach to touch my hand. And see, people don't realize that nature is very real. Nature is a part of you, and you are nature. Your body is made up of the same things of nature. So, you should be in tune with nature by connecting yourself, by being out in nature. When you get in the water, talk to the spirit of the water. If you see a tree, hug a tree. Talk to a tree because they can hear you. Talk to the sun. The sun will respond to you. Talk to the moon. It will respond to you. See, people don't understand. When you're a part of the very thing called nature, okay, then you can actually be in tune with it if you only recognize that it is in you. So what you have to do is pretty much get out there, communicate, and start building a relationship with nature.
Right.
Okay?
Thank you. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thank you for calling in. All right, Dante Vega says a lot of this gay shit is a trend. I am sorry. All these kids think it's cool out here where I live, and they have been desensitized. What you got to say about that, Brother Adinkra?
Oh, boy. Well, it's just the time we live in. That's the agenda. You know, if there is a such thing as population control, that's one of the ways you can do it. You know, two men can't have babies, you know, unless they adopt, and two women that get together can't have children unless they adopt, or, you know, some of these women, you know, it's funny because I believe now, I just believe a lot of people aren't really into being gay. I think it's just a fad or a trend, you know. And so I do believe that a lot of the social engineering is working. By by that I mean, you know, the stuff they put on TV, the stuff they put in cartoons. So, and they doing it with the cartoons, and they've been doing it with the cartoons for maybe 10, 20 years, probably actually longer than that. So it's no wonder that these kids are confused now.
Okay, before we get out to that real quick, well, I gotta say this. I think for the young folks for the last couple of years, I think it was like a fad thing. It was cool to be bisexual, okay? You do have the ones who really feel in their heart and souls that they are a certain way. I'm not here to judge them. That's your opinion. You do what you do in your bedroom is your business. You know, to me, you're still a human being. I don't agree with it. I feel like it's going against the natural order of things, but who am I? I'm not in your body. I'm not in your soul. I can't tell you. Does that mean that I hate you? No. I love you. You're still a human being. Whatever you choose to do is your business. However, what I do have a problem with is I was reading an article today. In California, they're making it mandatory for the kids in elementary school to have a gay and lesbian lesson. I got a goddamn big problem with that shit right there. That is a problem to me. Again, I don't care what you do, how you do it. Because at the end of the day, you're still a human being. But when you begin to try to push it and force it on, you know, the people who are not into being gay or lesbian, that's where the problem comes in. Because if you want me to respect gay rights, you must respect straight rights. Let's not get it confused, okay? You must respect straight rights. That means if I do not want my children around that type of energy because I don't feel it's conducive for them, then you need to respect that shit. Ain't no way in the world you're going to come put it in elementary school and make it mandatory that these children have to learn about gay and lesbians. No, no, no. I don't like it. I don't like it. At all. Okay? Anything you want to add to that?
It's 11 o'clock.
I don't like it either.
Now, sex robots.
Oh, boy.
Sex robots. Look here, y'all. Cat Williams on his damn special had me cracking up talking about goddamn sex robots, okay? If y'all didn't see it, go see it. Your stomach gonna be hurting. But, first of all, y'all go ahead and play with them goddamn sex robots if you want to. Because it's mostly men that are wanting these goddamn sex robots. They saying that men, the robot don't talk back, it ain't a woman, da-da-da-da. Well,
hey,
you go right ahead.
On it too.
Ain't no goddamn sex robots for no women.
Yes it is.
I didn't see no sex robot with a penis.
I seen some sex robots for women, and they was, yeah. Anyway, I'm telling you, it's up for women.
All right. Now, what I'm going to say, at the end of the day, go ahead and take your penises and stick them inside the goddamn sex robot. And I hope your goddamn penis gets stuck in that bitch because you want to be damn putting your penis in a piece of goddamn metal. Who in the hell in their right mind will want to have sex with a goddamn robot? Metal. It ain't warm. And from what I understand, men don't y'all like it nice and warm. Y'all want to feel warm, right? How the hell you having sex with a goddamn robot? A piece of metal. That's ridiculous. You're having sex with metal. Okay? These men are so goddamn crazy. And I seen the documentary on it. You want a sex robot? Really? What do they do? Put a sponge inside the robot or something? They try to make it feel like a woman's vagina? What the hell? I mean, come on.
The whole robot is the skin supposed to feel human.
That shit ain't human, ain't nothing. Your goddamn penis gonna get stuck in a goddamn sex robot. And you know what? When that shit breaks down while you're having sex, don't say a goddamn thing. Go ahead, get you a goddamn sex robot. And I seen them. The men's already talking about it. You hear what I mean? Cat Williams up there talking about, oh, my robot about to die. Let me go get my goddamn charger from my sex robot. You go right ahead. Imagine you got a sex robot. She begins to die. Your penis is inside the robot, and it gets stuck. Negro, you going to the hospital, and you going to have a problem. So you go to the sex robot, go get you one. Go right ahead. Go right ahead. Go right ahead.
Kimmy says hi.
Hi. Hi. Where's she at? Hello, family. Hello. Hello, Kemi. I see you text me. Mom, what you want with Mom? What you want with me? You want to call in and make a comment? Anyway, y'all.
And Zinga, she said her 15-year-old daughter ran away today. Do you have any insight for her?
Oh, boy. And Zinga, call in. Call in now. I got to hear your energy. And as your daughter's first name, we're going to see what we can see with her.
Water, ice?
Yeah, just give me some water, please, and more ice. Call in and Zinga, 909-749. Oh, I'm not feeling that. I'm not feeling that. And Zinga, why she running when she was mad at you? What's going on with you and your daughter? What's going on with you and your daughter? Call into the show. 909-749-8626. Call into the show. Let me. I need your daughter's first name. Text me on, Kemi, text me on this phone. Yeah. And Zinga, call in so I can pick up the energy on your daughter. I need her first name, too. We're waiting for you to call in. 15 years old, ran away from home. All right, Zinga, I need your daughter's first name if you want me to help you with this. If you can't call in, give me her first name. Give me her first name. Let me see what I can see. Why is it he's trying to reproduce with them through artificial intelligence and genetics? Is this too much? That's too much. Man has literally lost their goddamn minds. Man has lost their minds. Okay? All I have to say is man needs to sit their asses down somewhere. They're doing too much. Okay? There's someone else involved with the runaway teenager girl. Yeah, I see that too, cousin Dante. I see that too. But it seems like, I see someone else involved, but there's some anger going on between. There's something she's angry about. I'm not sure what's going on with you and Zing and your daughter, but I see it's a pull that you and her have some issues amongst each other, okay? Which at 15 years old, she need not to have issues, but I don't know the whole story. I don't know. There's something going on. Why this girl ran away? I don't know if she thinks you're too strict or she don't get to get out, but this is the energy that I'm picking up with your daughter, okay? Is there a little boy that she wanted to see? A little boy that she likes and you wouldn't let her see, or something happened and you told her it was, he was too young, or she was too young or something, and she decided she wanted to go. I just see anger with her. I see she feels like you were too strict. That's what Spirit was showing me, like you was too strict. Yeah. All right. I don't know, y'all. I don't know. Something going on. I don't know if it's a younger, older guy. No, I don't see he's that old, cousin. No, I don't see he's that though. He a younger boy. He look like he about 17. I'm seeing. It's 909. Her name is Alexa. 909-749-8626. 909-749-8626. All right, we're going to wait for you to call in, Nzinga, so we could go ahead and tap into it a little bit before we get off of here, okay? Okay. Yeah, Alexa. I just see, again, it's coming. The energy that I'm seeing, Nzinga, is something between you and her. She got I don't know if she thinks you're too strict. You don't let her do anything. You know what I mean? But, your daughter comes across as a little bit spoiled, too. You know what I mean? She comes across as a little bit spoiled, but she wants to have her way, okay? But I do see a little boy, but I'm saying the issue is not just with this little boy. It's more between you and her. Okay, let's see. Okay. All right. Is this Nzinga?
Yes. Hi.
Hi, sis. How are you?
Not good.
Okay. I know.
I'm hoping she comes home tonight. So.
All right. Tell me what's going on with you and your daughter, though. There's something between you and her that I'm not feeling.
Well, she's always been kind of like an unruly kid from the beginning. You know, she's just been disrespectful, and she always had like issues from the beginning. But I mean, recently she disappeared last weekend for a couple of hours, so she got in trouble, and we took her phone away. And she just been walking around with an attitude and stuff. So her dad, he just basically, tell her, go back to your room and stuff like that. And she's just walking around angry all the time. And today was a good day. She went to the store, her and my son. She's 11. They went to the stores right across the street, came back. I wasn't feeling good. I was laying down. And then next thing you know, like 30 minutes later, my son was like, Alexa left. She was walking down the street. And I wasn't feeling well, so I'm thinking, well, she probably just went back to the store. So I didn't think to jump up. And, I didn't think she was running away, And so my son came over like 30 minutes later and was like, he saw her walking down the street towards his house. He was like a mile and a half away. So I was like, go get her, because I never told her, I don't know why she's walking that way. So he got back in the car and went to look for her, but she was gone. And so I just gave her some, I figured, okay, maybe she's at a friend's house hanging out. But then after a while, I just, it got dark. And I was like, okay, so she's not coming home. And I reviewed my security footage, and she had a book back on when she left. So I'm thinking she ran away. And I called and made a police report and all of that, So, and my niece actually has her social media account information, which I don't have. I need to get that. And they were talking, and she was just like, she's chilling, and like she had no sense of urgency. She was just like, go home, and she's like, just acting like she don't care, basically. She was just like,
she don't have her phone, right?
Police, and make a police report, and
She don't have.
No, she took it from her.
She has an iPod, which is like it's an Apple iPod, so it can make calls and it can go on social media. It's like a little mini phone. It's like a half phone, basically. But she was just like, oh, why would they do that? They're trying to send me to juvie, because she was like, your mom is gonna call the police and make a police report, a missing person report. So go home. But she was acting like she's good where she's at, and she's chilling, and she, and stuff like that. So I'm starting to think maybe it's a man, like a grown man, because I don't know who in their right mind would have like somebody, like a teenager. If it was a teenager friend, I mean, today's a school night, tomorrow's Monday, So
I'm not seeing a grown man. I'm seeing a young boy about 17, 18 years old. And, it looks like he's got the type of people that don't really care. You know what I mean? And what it is that she can hang out there. She's letting them think it's okay. You know what I mean? Her mom said it's okay. Or they don't know. Because I'm seeing a boy. He's about 17 to 18 years old.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, because my son revealed, my 11-year-old said something about a boy named Rico. So all of a sudden he remembered, oh, I think she might be hanging with a boy named Rico. And I looked him up on Facebook, and I think that's the one. I sent him a message and told me to send my daughter home now, but I don't know if he got it or not.
Okay, well, you know what? Facebook police know how to they got all that information on Facebook, okay? But I'm seeing this is where she's with and who she's with. It's this young boy, okay? And I do see that there's some animosity, at home. My thing is, if she's walking around angry, that the question is why? Why is she so angry? What is it in her? And when you say she's always been unruly, you need to address that as a mother. Why is my child always unruly? What is her problem? Why does she feel like she's angry at the world?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Because I'm not feeling that. I feel like, if my child was doing that, I would be like, okay, what's wrong? Why are you angry? If she's always been unruly, when you said your child was always unruly, she's always been like this, why haven't you addressed that?
Yeah.
Well,
yeah, I nipped that in the bud when they started.
I have, but she just been one of those types, because I was kind of like that as a kid, too. I was like off the chain, kind of. So I just kind of like addressed it in certain ways. But I guess to say she's always been like a type of child that's a handful. And I was like that, and I grew out of it. So I'm kind of just dealing with it the best way I can, basically.
Well, when you say a handful, what do you mean? I need some more detail. Like,
she's always been kind of like talking back, always gotten in trouble at school. Like, it's always something like this, not following directions, getting out of her chair, stuff like that. Picking little fights with her brothers, bothering people, messing with people's stuff, just being more like a nag, a nuisance with everybody.
Well, that says to me that she actually is happy on the inside, because she's terrorizing other people. If she's doing that, that means she's angry. Something is going on in her soul that you need to pull out of her, because that's not okay. And it's not okay. You see what I'm saying? That's not okay. And she's nagging, picking with her brothers, doing this, doing stuff at school, getting in trouble. Something in her soul is going on emotionally that this young lady you need to address as a mother. So, one of the things we got to stop doing is, you know what? I was the same way. Like you said, I was the same way. No, it's not okay for you to be picking at people. It's not okay for you to be doing what you're doing. What's going on in your soul that you feel like that you need to terrorize other people or do the things that you're doing? You see what I'm saying? So my question would be is maybe she needs some counseling. Maybe you need to get her some counseling because something is going on in her soul. Kids just don't do that unless they got some type of internal issues that they're dealing with. I don't care. It might be anything. Somebody messing with her. Somebody bully her. Somebody molested her. Whatever it may be. For her to react like she's reacting in the way that you're saying.
I ask those questions. I ask those questions like all the time, and it's always no. Like I asked them questions several times just to make sure, because I don't play that, So
right.
So I don't know. I just don't know.
I mean, does she talk back to you?
Oh yeah, that's from a long time. Yes. And
what did you do about it?
I mean, in general, like over the years, and I'll yell at her. I'll be like, "Who you talking to? Watch your mouth. Just those type of things." Okay, because see, and
I can't tell nobody how they do their daughters, but mine would have been picking up all 32s off the floor. You hear what I'm saying? All 32s off the floor, because I didn't play that. And see, a lot of people don't understand is that, see, I never really had, very rarely, really, I think I spanked my daughters twice in their lives, okay? Honestly speaking, and my grown daughters will tell you to this day. And because it was from the time they were little that they understood that mommy didn't play. You see what I'm saying? And when I instilled that in them at 5 years old, they had to understand that at that age, you're going to respect me. So I never had a problem with them talking back to me, even when they got teenagers. You know what? I would give them a chance to speak their mind. But as far as getting loud or talking back, oh no, they knew they was going to be picking up all 32s off that ground if they even got smart with me. You know what I mean? Well.
Right. And I tried that too. I mean, she did get whippings here and there, but it seemed like it didn't really work, unfortunately. It's like one of them type of kids where you whoop them and it's still like, it's like, it ain't, nothing ain't changed.